guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video I'm going to show you how I draw full body figures step by step. I know a lot of you have been struggling with this subject, and that's totally understandable because while drawing full body silhouettes you're gonna come across a lot of troubles you need to solve. For example, starting off from choosing a good pose for your drawing, then to some coloring hacks in the middle of the process, and at the end some small little details that will decide upon if your drawing will come out good or bad. So that's quite a lot of stuff to think about, and I hope this video will be really helpful in this. So obviously if you like to see how I draw full body figures, then keep on watching.
Alright, so the process of drawing a full body silhouette always starts with coming up with poses. I usually sketch a few different poses to basically see which one looks the best for a particular outfit I'll be drawing on the girl. So these are kind of my initial sketches just to outline body shape and placement and direction of arms, stomach, hips and legs. This is the most important moment when you should work on the body to make it look as realistic as possible. For these sketches you don't need to do any details whatsoever. The best thing is to divide the silhouette into sections and kind of put those sections in geometric shapes, like making head a circle, top part of the body a triangle, hips as a rectangle and arms and legs just straight lines. That's for the beginning. Then you can play with those shapes and define them more to make them similar to a real body. And now you can see that I'm doing a really simple division for parts of the body just to show you how it works. From those three silhouettes, I definitely like the last one the most, so I'll just finesse it a bit and mark the most important parts of the body on it. Once I'm decided upon a body pose, I need to transfer the sketch for a bit bigger format. I start with hard pencil 4H that is barely visible, but also enough visible to put some more lines over it and still see the sketch. In this stage I'm just copying my sketch, nothing more. With automatic pencil next, I'm making more defined lines over the sketch. I try for this to be less messy than my initial sketch, and once I'll draw the body shape, I'll just mark the outline of the outfit. So now you might think that I'm done with the sketch, and well, actually I'm not. The lines are still too rough to start putting colors on them, so what I really like to do, and I use this trick quite often, is that since the paper is semi-transparent, I'm just ripping off my sheet with the sketch and I'm putting it under a new clean sheet, and I will just start transferring the sketch. But this time I'm avoiding putting too much lines, and I make the outline really clean, and I make it as gentle as possible with my pencil. Now, as you can see, I already sketched the face off camera because the details were really tiny, so I probably have all my head into the camera while recording this, so I think it's not worth to see. But I hope to record a video on how I sketch faces really soon, so stay tuned. Anyways, now I'm just touching up the details in whole drawing. What's crucial in drawing clothes on people is paying a lot of attention to all the foldings of clothing. You need to always mark foldings on knees and around the crotch while you're drawing jeans, for example. And if that's really problematic for you to do it from your imagination, you can always put some jeans on, take a picture of yourself in the mirror standing in the same pose as you did your drawing, and then you can see how fabric folds in particular places, and I think that really helps. Alright, moving on to coloring the face. If you saw my previous video, you kind of know what's the drill with this. Firstly, I'm putting base color. This time I'll make her complexion quite dark, so I'm using shade Tan from Promarker. I'm coloring whole face first, then I'm adding shading with marker and dark brown colored pencil. This pencil is Polychromos from Faber Castell, and it's my all-time favorite. It goes with every skin tone, so you're gonna see me using it all the time. Next off, it's time for a bit of outline, so I'm just going over eyebrows, eyes, nose, and contours of her face. So this time I also decided to draw black hair for this girl because they will look really awesome with the outfit I planned for her. So firstly I mark completely dark places with black marker, then most light areas with light gray, and I'm blending it all together with medium gray. I'm also using a black colored pencil and black fine liner to add some strokes with it and achieve the impression of hair texture. And at the end I'm using white colored pencil to add few highlights. Once I'm done with her face and hair and all this together, I'm proceeding to the middle part of the body. I'm starting off with a bit of outline. Now I'm just going to color and shade her cleavage, making sure I'm marking color bones on the right place. I'm also adding a lot of shadow under her jawline. I wanted her complexion and hair color to contrast with the outfit, so that's why I'm choosing a really beautiful deep lemon yellow for her top. I'm covering whole top with this color, and once I'm done with this, I'm taking a marker that is 1 or 2 tones darker than my base color to add some shading. I'm applying it over the places where fabric naturally folds. Then I'm taking colored pencil that is similar in color to my shading marker. I'm blending it with the marker over the places where I put shadows. Afterwards, I'm drawing thin stripes all over the top to give some texture to the fabric. While doing this, I'm imitating also the foldings of the material and natural curves of the body. Alright, so now let's move on to coloring jeans. First, a bit of outline, obviously, and like usual, I'm starting off with a smooth layer of color. Once I have this, I'm putting first shading where fabric bends. And don't be afraid to put really a lot of shading and go over the same places few times, because you're gonna blend it out later anyways. For coloring denim, I'm always using blue colored pencils. I'm using a darker one to enhance foldings and shadows I already did. Then I'm taking a lighter shade and I'm putting it all over my jeans to blend it all out and give a nice denim texture to the pants. And now I'm just going to do the same thing on the other leg. Now the last part, shoes. A lot of people find it really hard and difficult, and I must say sometimes it's really a pain to draw shoes that will look really natural and realistic, especially when you don't draw shoes with front view. Anyways, here's the trick I like to use. If I own the shoes that I'm drawing, like in this case those Vans, I'll just put them on, stand in the same pose in front of the mirror, take a picture and draw these shoes from the picture. Nothing more easy than this. But obviously if you don't have particular shoes that you want to draw, just look them up on the internet, find a good picture that shows those shoes in the position that you want, and yeah, just go for it. Obviously, within some practice and copying those shoes from pictures whatsoever, you'll get to the point where you won't need any additional help and you'll draw shoes from your memory basically. So as you can see, drawing shoes requires working on details, paying attention to every little part from sole to shoelaces, and even sometimes stitching. At the end, I'm just finessing and touching up the drawing. For me, the key to success is to work on every little detail. No matter if it's eyelashes or folding on the jeans, it just needs to be as good as it can get, basically. Alright, so here's a little comparison from sketch to finished version. I like to combine those two pictures together because only then you can actually see how much work and effort you did to create something from scratch. And I think this drawing came out pretty cool, and I love how simple but at the same time how awesome her outfit is. So let me know what you think about it.
Alright, so that brings us to the end of today's video. I really hope that it was helpful and that you liked it, guys. So obviously, please let me know in comments what was good, what was bad, and if you liked it, then just leave thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And also, since the holiday time is approaching, I really hope I'll get a bit more free time to do some new videos. So if you have any cool ideas or suggestions, also let me know. And yeah, that's all for today, so thank you all for watching and see you in the next video. Take care!